Game number 1, ladies and gentlemen, the semi-final, Germany against the UK. The United Kingdom, last time that the two teams played, it was in the group stage, and the UK was able to win that series. Now, there was not really all that much on the line, except for seeding, because both teams were already qualified, so this might turn out to be a bit of a different setup. But Germany lost the last time, so now they have to prove something. Before we start into the series, I also have to throw out some quick information, since this is definitely going to come up at some point. The Czech Republic, they won against Italy in the round of 8, but unfortunately they had to forfeit their semi-final match. There was apparently some medical issue that affected one of the key players of the team, and even with possibly moving the match and the time a little bit, it wasn't possible for them to get another player to play there, so they forfeited the match. Therefore, France moved to the grand final. So whoever wins here will go up against France in the grand final. It's a little bit sad. France definitely went into that semi-final as the favorite against the Czech Republic, especially since they won against them in the group stage already. But of course, it would have been fantastic to see the rematch, especially with how much momentum the Czech Republic gained in the recent past here. But again, this is also a rematch. UK against Germany, and a quick ban against Vala right away. Now, again, if you watch the match currently on YouTube and you're interested in catching it on the live stream, you can go to khaldor.tv and have a look at the live stream schedule that we now have if you want to catch any of the upcoming streams there in the future. And of course, if you currently watch this as a video, then make sure that you also give the video a thumbs up. Comments are always welcome in the comment section too. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, a sub would definitely be welcome as well to help the channel grow. In the game, it's interesting to actually see the UK ban out Zeratul. So instead of Zeratul being banned against them because people respect Tai, they're seeing the exact opposite. It's them that get rid of the hero here in Cursed Hollow. And this was actually the map choice of... Yeah, it was actually the UK that chose the map. So the first pick, first ban for Germany, and Blaze gets banned out too. Tracer, by the way, is still open, and we have 2 Tracer players. Nick did a really good job for Germany in recent matches, and Tai on the other side for the UK, of course, has made a name for himself on that hero. Rexa gets banned as well. There's a good chance that we're also going to see globals with all of this, so that's another one. And, well, let's have a look. With the first pick on this map, I mean, there is so much that you can pull off here now. But they go for Malfurion in X-Ray, and this priority on Malfurion that we've seen several times. This is another map where you could have gone easily into Rega too, because of the camps that are available on the map. Again, other heroes like Falstad might be a bit of a priority. And keep in mind, with Malfurion actually taken, that means that one of the best supports with Tracer has been taken away as well. So it's not really a counter move against the potential Tracer pick on the other side, but it is something that will make it a little bit less likely. And now Germany has a chance to go into Tracer if they want to. Whereas Billy picked up Rega immediately for that wave clear that I pointed out earlier. And all of the camp clear. So Germany has a chance to go for Tracer if they want to. They can make the Tracer play. Sylvana so far against them. Tracer plus Malfurion would be fantastic, but it would also force you into a certain playstyle where you try to take your opponent down, and there we have it. Instead of focusing on, let's say, the macro aspect, for example. So you're not going to have an insane wave clear against, I don't know, the boss, for example. It's not like you have Greymane in your midst on Hanzo. So they can make those picks later on still, but they are definitely showing their hand now. And yeah, let's get this show on the road. I mean, Nick on Tracer, that's going to be pretty great. We have the 3rd ban coming in, and Junkrat gets eliminated, so Dino doesn't get access to that. On the other side, they could still try and ban out Tai a little bit, who's very likely going to be on the 2nd damage dealer for his team. But there's still the tank up, of course. And with Mal'Ganis already in play, they could ban that out. Could also start to focus a little bit more onto the offlane if they really wanted to. Falstad is still up, and yeah, they ban out Garrosh. I could have seen a Falstad ban too, because there is a chance that Falstad gets picked. That's a play that UK has made several times in the past, that they're playing around Falstad with Galaxy and Tai, and try to use that. Tai using the Semi account. That guy, again, has more Smurf accounts than I have Underwear. It's honestly a little bit insane. I think we've seen in this tournament so far, like, how many? 4 or 5? Like, I can't even keep track anymore. So, yeah. But let's see. Always assuming I'm aware any. Semi, aka Tai, goes for Greymane, and Mac the Kid goes for ETC, which could still be played in the offlane position with stage dive. Alright, Germany. They need the offlane with Hazu. Leo is still up. Could be taken, not only that. I'm more interested to see what Dino is going to pick, what we're going to have on the damage numbers. Ah! What? Give him the clamps! The fuck is this? We have the Gas Lord in-game and Hazu went for a hammer. So it's actually the 4-man that they're rocking here. And they have Gazlo together with that. Guys, what am I watching? That if that was a mispick and they now start in the chat and talk about what it really means, we're gonna find out soon. But damn, if that is real, that would be something.
I bring pandemonium.
Chen is picked. I expected, honestly, the lobby to just drop and them saying in chat, yeah, that was just us mispicking, so let's go into this and that. But we have the Gas Lot in game 1. Ladies and gentlemen, Cursed Hollow, the best of 5 in the semifinal, heads into the first map. And yeah, we have Gaslo in the game. Let's go for it. Game number 1, ladies and gentlemen. The UK against Germany. And on the left side, Galaxy for the Brits on Sylvanas, Mac on ETC, Billy on Rhaegar, Red Bucket on Chen, and Tai on Greymane. And the Germans, they gave them the Panzer. And then the Germans decided, well, we have already the tanks rolling. We can't lose this one, so we might as well throw Gaslo into the mix for the meme plays. Dino on Gaslo, X-Ray on Malfurion, Nick on Tracer, Hazu Orbs himself on Sergeant Hammer, and Death Knight is playing Mal'Ganis. It is interesting, because if you think about the maps or the games that were played in the past from Germany, the one thing that was very constant was that Hazu Orbs seemed to be forced into the offlane role and didn't move into the damage. We talked about the potential hammer pick for him multiple times on several maps, and he just never really went for it because they seemed to need him in that offlaner situation. So now they switch things around slightly so that Hazu can actually get hammer, but that also seems to indicate that Dino needs to go for the offlane, and well, with that we're getting this glorious Gaslo pick. So the memes are a little bit real here, but let's see if they're also going to be effective, because there's one thing just picking a meme hero is a completely different story winning with it. So Goblin Repairs taken as the level 1 talent for Dino, and in the meantime still a little bit of rotating around, especially against Tai. If they can control Tai, control the top player on the opponent's side, but this is going to be a fun series for sure if they already start memeing in game number 1. And yeah, Gaslo, let's see what he can actually do here. Goes not up against Chen, I might add. So with Galaxy moving topside, this is our lineup that we have right now, whereas Chen is going up against Hammer. That's pretty much free damage for Hazu the entire time. And as you can see, Brad Bucket does not like that setup either. He's sitting at the bot lane and Hazu is just shelling the shit out of him every single time he tries to grab for the bottle. So that old drunk is not gonna make big moves here in this game, I would assume. And should actually receive a little bit of help soon. I would be surprised if nobody makes a rotation down there to help him out, because, yep, there's a little bit more globe control that we currently have, so Hazov's going to be fine with this one. X-Ray comes in and says like, dude, you want to heal? A little bit of mana. Let's go and 2-man this one. And talking about lanes, there is a siege camp that has been taken, and that is going to push through the bot lane now, in addition to Hazu already sieging up here. Guys, they are getting a little bit murdered. The UK is losing a lot of ground at the bottom of the map. Level 4 talents are here. Greymane is on the move now, but this could be a little bit dicey. Okay, Gaslo is already working on the camps on the right side of the map, and Tracer is therefore forced to jump to the top lane against Sylvanas, as the bot lane gets absolutely murdered. Hazu can easily move away from this, but Galaxy is down. You can't give Nick an opening like that. Yeah, can't really happen. But X-Ray is also isolated at the bot lane and gets dropped too. That was a 4 versus 2 setup, so Malfurion gets kicked around a little bit, and then they also drop the ragdoll again. Yeah, Gaslo is now sitting at 135 stacks already on his level 4. So he's currently looking at a cooldown reduction that he wants to go for. First tribute is also about to be up, but Germany has definitely taken a bit of a lead on the structural side. They've broken through the wall at the bottom of the map. They took the kill against Sylvanas at the top, which gives them now an experience advantage. And Tainu comes in and drops the turret. The Lord is there. Gaslord is in, and immediately we have a couple of turrets being dropped. But Billy might actually just be able to get... Nope, gets interrupted. And ETC goes down. Laser to the face, and Tracer delivers the final blow. And now Hazops is sieged up and can completely zone them out. Nobody's even getting close to this. This is an easy first tribute in the hands of Germany. The Germans, you don't give them the panzer, or they're going to be very efficient in the fight. And, well, those tanks are rolling. Well, actually, it's not really true. After level 7, the tanks are going to be rolling a little bit more, but right now it's a very stationary play that we see from Hazu. The more concerning problem is still the Lord at the top line. Give him the clamps! So they're trying to do that. And of course, you still have Tracer here, and Nick has already secured the first kill for himself earlier against Sylvanas. And just look at experience. They're just murdering that bot lane right now. And there's very little that they can actually pull off at this point. It's actually getting really dicey. And yep, now we have level 7. Hover Siege mode is in. Level 7 now on both sides. But still that advantage, big advantage in experience for them. And he just simply moves away from this one. Locked down already. 4 heroes at the bottom of the map. And that of course means that in that 4 versus 3, we still have another hero in the middle, and that is Tracer. Tracer and the massive wave clear that she has at this point. Also nearly 5 minutes in, which means bosses are going to appear soon on the map, and that is going to be a big game changer. Talking about game changers, Galaxy has to be careful right now. Gets lasered a little bit. Nick wants to connect the bomb, and does, but doesn't get the kill. Doesn't have to either, though. As a Tracer player, you need to connect those bombs. You need to get the reliable damage out. That was close, by the way. Whew. And right now, Galaxy has to Hearthstone back, so he's going to be missing from that fight for quite some time. As we still have at the bottom of the map, Hammer going up against Greymane, and Greymane can't really get too close to this one. There's no way that Tai is getting a kill against Hazops in the 1 versus 1 at the bottom of the map. Not with everything that Hazo has to keep him at arm's length. And therefore, that wave, or that lane is going to suffer a lot. And up to the top, Gazo starting to secure the position. They're going for Bread Bucket. There's the sleep already as they're moving in. Sylvanas from the top as the channel comes through, but eating a lot of damage from the turrets as well. Greymane had to retreat, which allows Hazops to now go for the bot lane even more aggressively. And that's the second tribute that gets channeled too. The early game firmly in the hands of the Germans. Yep, there's the attack. Billy comes in and tries to help out a little bit, but the hammer is already rushing away. And the fountain is taken down, which makes bot lane control even more difficult for whoever faces off against Hazu. So that solo lane setup that he is rocking is definitely working for them. And as expected, with the bosses up on the map, there's an immediate move in. Gazlo is already sitting tight and is starting to drop the turrets. And it's also going to be really difficult to actually push into this with all of the turrets here. So the more realistic setup is that you're trying to go for a boss move yourself. Level 10 abilities are there. The question is, are they going to be fast enough? I guess with the lineup that they have, they should be. But Hammer will have an easy time defending against the boss, and top lane is going to be pressured quite a bit through this. Okay, they're not going with it. But they won't be there in time. No, they can't be there in time for this. But yeah, boss at the top. And Hazu is going to let this slide, but keep in mind there is a potential curse now against the UK. Especially with Gazlo being there in time to start setting up turrets already, before anything else happens. So that's a really good setup. But 10 versus 10 now. Top lane is already starting. And Gazlo goes straight in. With the setup here, another turret on the ground, a little bit more poke available. Nick coming in from behind, trying to see if he can get a heal from Malfurion, which is indeed the case. And already Greymane is incredibly low. There's the BFG, and that's a kill, and that's a curse. Kill and curse, both true, which means the top lane fort is going to be eliminated easy peasily. And at the bottom of the map, Death Knight now takes the experience. They are just crushing. Germany is absolutely crushing. Hazu can easily help taking down the boss here as they're starting to go for the next structure. That curse is going to net them at least 2 forts, and they're already sitting in the mid lane to try and get more than that. But Gazlo might have been going out a little bit too deep, and oh, that was nearly a kill here. But the Lord is down. Gazlo is down, but I cannot believe that Sylvanas actually survived this, considering how that panned out. But of course, this is now also forcing them away from the bottom of the map, as the rotation could head that way. But they're trying to get some extra pressure in the middle, and okay. I was for a second contemplating if it might have been an option for them to go behind Bread Bucket and try and take him down there, but that wasn't really the case. They put some additional damage onto the fort, and that's of course the last remaining one for the UK. Taking down that fountain is severely damaging their sustainability in any of the fights in the middle of the map. So they will have to move all the way back to the keeps in order to tap the fountain now, which is a big problem. But as you can see, there we go. Galaxy is sitting tight, cams are taken again. And let's have a look at the damage as we're going into this. 27,000 on Sergeant Hammer. Doesn't really come as a shocker. 8,000 damage on Gaslow. That's more for information than anything else, because there's the 16k that we see for Tracer. And 10,000, the top damage for Sylvanas, is half. It's a third, pretty much, of as Hazurps has been able to push out this far. Greyman is sitting at 7k. The UK has massive problems to get any kind of setup executed here that would help them to push this through. And now we have a massive move through the middle of the map with the help of also another spell aura. Level 13 talents. ETC with a stage dive and gets pushed back immediately. But potentially Gaslow is falling and they can't get the kill. Nice Ancestral though, just as we see the attack against ETC. But the problem is that the pressure is not letting up. The Germans are just going straight in once again. Galaxy! Kuvatis, baby. He is about to drop, but the fort dies first. So now 3 kills against 2, and the Germans are just pressuring. They have the wave clear, and they're using it right now to push the opponent even farther back. So, as we're looking at 10 minutes in this game, just to sum this up, Germany hasn't lost a single fort yet. They destroyed all 3 forts of the opponent. There was a curse already against the UK. The Germans still on even experience with their opponent though. Kill count very similar, and the UK can definitely still come back into this, but their structural problem is huge. Losing every single fort and fountain is a problem, and a big one at that. But at least the first tribute of the second setup is actually pretty solid for them. I mean, this is a perfect position. Much more advantageous for them. A little bit of a face check maybe. Not quite. Nick is still playing it out against them. No channel yet here either. And in comes the damage. Alright, there's the stuns already out. Wave is not being used by Sylvanas as we have Death Knight. Starting to put them to sleep. That's a bomb connect against Bread Bucket, so the Panda is in a bit of trouble, but has also still his ult up, so can use that at any point. Galaxy has lost a lot of hit points too, though, and that's a bit of a problem, since he's completely isolated from the rest of the team. And Germany is pushing into the position, especially with Hazu now claiming the spot here. And just look at Chen, he's incredibly low, and he needs to be super careful. And Germany is just zoning out on this even more. Just look at Galaxy. Galaxy is so low at this point. Here comes the jump, the BFG with a lot of damage as he hits all of the Pandas. The Ancestral keeps Mac in play, but everybody is low on the side of the UK team. The Brits are on the run, they're moving out. Galaxy is about to go down, he's the first one to die in the fight. 15 against 30 now, and Gaslow is already on the channel as they're making the play for the Panda, and he's about to fall too. Ooh, yeah, that's a kill for sure. The Panda is down. Gaslow got this one. That's the kill against Mal'Ganis on the other hand, so at least a bit of a counter move that we're seeing from the UK. And they're able to keep ETC alive too, since Mag is sliding away from the stun, which would have definitely marked the end of him. Bosses are up. That's of course a chance for Germany, and they're breaking through the wall before they do anything else. And damn, Hazu is just still zoning this super hard. Keep also in mind that with the Robo-Goblin, ooh, at this point Tracer gets another kill. Yep, Greymane goes down. And that came a little bit out of nowhere for Ty. So Nick is showing Tracer pretty quickly what an ex-HGC player can pull off here. Well played. Good kill once again. And both teams go for bosses once more. What's the big difference in bosses? The big difference is, first of all, the level 16 talent that empowers Germany to push harder. There is Sylvanas to consider, of course. But the problem is that at the bottom of the map, where the UK's boss will travel, a fort still stands, where topside, that fort has already been destroyed. And you look over to the wall, you see that the entire thing has been eliminated too. So right now, this one is likely going to take the key. And the UK, they can't race. Well, they can take this one down, but if Germany is making any good decision, they're going to just move in here and attack this a little bit quicker. So we'll see how that works out, but it seems like the UK is actually thinking about racing this with Sylvanas, and I don't think they can. I really don't think they can. It's definitely going to allow them to take the key, but Germany is actually defending. Germany goes for the defense instead. I could have seen them try and go for the core here. but instead they're trying to make sure that their keep is still in play. 16 versus 16 now. The top keep is definitely going to fall, but can they take the keep of the opponent down, the boss of the opponent down before the keep falls? And it seems like the answer to that is yes. Give him the clamps, baby! Alright, there's again the BFG, just as we have also. Malgan is using his ult. ATC jumps into the back. Core is about, keep is about to go down on both sides now, though. And that's a big win for the UK. Yeah, if Germany doesn't get a kill here, this is a huge win for the UK. This is a great setup. Does the boss have enough hit points to put some... It's actually going to go for the core. Guys, they're actually going to suffer some damage here. There's only one catapult, so it's not going to be too much, but this is going to be quite a bit of damage on the core of UK. So Germany has not lost as much as I initially thought. And that with kills, they might even be able to end the game. The entire front line is down. They're trying to go for Greymane, and Nick is going to get that kill. Greymane is dead. The core is at 48%, ladies and gentlemen. At 42, it's a full 5-man wipe, and that's game for sure. That catapult hasn't even been attacked yet, and the minion wave does just spawn, starts to attack it, but the core is down to 33%, make it 31. They're moving in. This is the lead for Germany right there. Bot gate is open. They can easily move towards the core, and Gazlo has a win. 100% win rate for the Gazlord on the offlane as Germany takes the lead against the United Kingdom in the best of 5 series at the semi-final of the Nations Cup. GG and well played. Game number 2, ladies. Infernal Shrines is the map, and the Germans coming in strong. You don't give them the tank. Have we learned nothing from history? Especially the Brits should know that. So come on, guys, you're better than this. I honestly can really see them switching Hazo ops between the offlane and the damage position, depending on the availability of Sergeant Hammer. And I honestly feel that right now we are going to see Hammer banned out against him again. I feel most of the teams were pretty relieved when they saw that Hazo was mainly playing the offlane position for the German team and said like, well, at least we don't have to deal with the Hammer. But on Infernal Shrines, Hazo has played that hero so many times, as he did also on... Battlefield of Eternity, that a ban should be pretty normal at this point against this. So, yeah, Infernal Shrines, and what do we see as the first ban? Hammer time! Exactly! So, Hazu back on offlane, or will he still play a damage dealer and we see Dino in again? Honestly, after the last draft, I'm also a little bit scared. I can totally see something like Murky coming out here. If the meme dreams are alive, then Dino might just unleash his entire hero pool. And that might be a fun thing, but I'm not sure if it's a good thing. At least not for my Storm League experience, let's put it like that. I can already hear people say, but I saw Gazlo win a game! Yeah, 1 game in a million. Okay, Vala gets banned out. So the consistent ban against Vala so far, banning out Tai mostly. There's a ban against Junkrat, which leaves us actually with Zeratul, which is oftentimes picked here, and of course still Tracer. So there's actually a couple of picks that are real comfort picks for the UK. So the draft is honestly really interesting already, because with the Mal'Ganis ban, there's a lot that's open here. You still have Tracer available. Ideally with Malfurion, of course, if you can. There's a Zeratul play that you can make. And Malfurion gets picked immediately, so now there's a chance that Tai actually picks up Tracer, unless Nick locks it in, despite the fact that they don't have Malfurion, just says that, you know what, I don't really care. Malfurion or no Malfurion, give me Tracer and give me any kind of support and we're going to be good. So that's the choice that Germany has to make right now. Risk Tracer to be picked by the UK, or pick it away despite the fact that they don't have Malfurion to combo it with. That's the thing now. And they go Hanzo Johanna. No Tracer in this one for them. Will Tai go for it though? That's the next question. That Malfurion early pick is always like one of these things. First of all, you of course deny the combo to the opponent with Malfurion and Tracer, but then at the same time, you're kind of suggesting that you are interested in it. And we know that Tai is an avid Tracer player, and this is the hero where he has made big waves with for all the teams that he played on. Granite Gaming, Lauber's Fan Club, pretty much the same team. But there we have the main tank Blaze plus Leoric. Alright, great wave clear for them. Fantastic wave clear already. Jojo is of course also adding a lot of that. for Germany. And the Germans have now still to think about the damage dealers. Are they in a position where they say, hey, we're going to ban out Tracer? Or are they more so afraid of anything else? I mean, Galaxy and Tai, they could play Sylvanas Falstad again, which they've done previously. Tracer gets banned, better safe than sorry play by them here. And, well, Tai in particular has obviously also played a huge amount of mages, like Ophia, Jaina. So both of them would definitely work for them. Even Gul'dan pick for Galaxy is not really out of the question. Even though I have to admit that if Hazorbs doesn't go for an offlane pick, but actually goes into the damage again, a Gul'dan pick from him wouldn't be out of the question either. Has been doing that a lot in the past too. Rexa gets banned as well, so no additional stuns on that end. Which leaves us on the offlane with Malthael, Thrall, can also go into Urel if you really wanted to here, which I think is a little bit less likely. There's still a lot up. Offlane in general just you have huge flexibility here. But the damage is more so what really interests me at this point. For X-Ray, I would assume we're gonna get Rhaegar with the wave clear. The like shield is pretty solid. And Zeratul Sylvanas. Okay, here we go. I have not seen Hazu play Zeratul on any competitive match. Again, we're not counting Storm League or anything like that here in quite some time. So this will be very interesting if they don't swap the hero around. But let's see. What are the last two picks for the UK? What are they going to grab now? Imperius, triple frontline, and Li Ming. Not a traditional pick on this map because of the reduced value on the shrine with all the minions lingering around. But still, can get a lot of work in with good setups, and they have a lot of stuns now and also traps. So let's go. Last pick. What support are we going to get from X-Ray? Rhaegar would have been my go-to. There's Alexstrasza, of course, to be picked up as well. There's a few more supports out there, but my initial reaction would have been Rhaegar, but apparently they're going away from that. Nope, Rhaegar is after all. Game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Let's jump in. Infernal Shrines. United Kingdom against Germany. Game on, boys and girls. UK against Germany. The Germans in the lead. Brett Bucket on the left side with Leoric, Galaxy on Imperius, Mac the Kid on Blaze, and Billy on Malfurion. And Sammy is playing Li Ming. On the right side of the map, Germany, the Germans, with X-Ray on Rhaegar, Death Knight on Johanna, Nick on Sylvanas, Dainu on Zeratul, and Hazorbs on Hanzo. Yeah, they shifted it around here. It will be rather interesting. I mean, keep in mind, this is actually the map where Germany won the series against Sweden. And it was a really interesting game because Germany pretty much got their ass handed to them for a majority of the game, if not the entire game. And then they, in good old German fashion, won one fight, turned it around, and won the game. Efficiency, ladies and gentlemen. The German efficiency. The Germans. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's just too funny for me. They have won already more maps in this series against the UK than they did in the last series they played against them in the group stage. But yep, there's the connect, and oh, look at that. That's a quick kill. No, it's not Hazu. What the hell? Oh, and Galaxy is trying to get away, but he can't. What a great setup from the UK against Hazu, and then Hanzo just jumps away. And the kill against Imperius instead. Damn. God, I would be upset if I was on the side of the UK right now. This is actually sad for them. But yeah, that's a little bit of a blow. I like the aggression from the UK though. I really like this. They went in, started to drop some damage, had a good connect here, and nearly got the kill. Could have worked out for them. Now top side, as the camps are taken from Germany, we still have our 1 versus 1 with the Zeratul, who went into a cleave build thus far. But yeah, let's see if the UK can pull that off. It was such a weird group too. UK pretty much shitting the bed at the beginning of the group stage and then really finding their momentum and also their rhythm. And Germany off to a great start in the group, but then losing to the United Kingdom and losing also their top spot in the group because of that. Now again, a big invade here from the UK team, but everybody's starting to rotate bot side. Actually, 2 heroes are making the play at the top now for Leo, and he nearly goes down here. As at the bottom of the map with a 4 versus 3 situation, an American advantage goes to the UK, and they are using it to claim a camp, and they're stealing this away. They grant vision to the Khaldor camp on the fountain on the other side, and this is likely going to destroy this one. Well done. UK with a sneaky and pretty awesome move. Quite common on this map, of course, too. But they are able to use that control to set themselves ahead for the objective once that it spawns in that location. Okay. Bit of a hybrid build also for Zeratul as he goes on level 4 into the Psionic Strength. But the first objective is about to spawn, and the UK is pushing a lot more aggressively right now. Germany might have gotten the kill, but UK is definitely putting the wave clear to good use as they are starting to drop the first tower. Shrine battle for position has also more or less started. So, yeah. This is an interesting series already. The lead for Germany. The UK wants to go up against France. Again, as I explained earlier, France is already waiting. There's the kill against Leo, by the way, that we've more or less been waiting for earlier. But now, the 4 versus 5. Leo's, of course, going to be back soon. That's the beauty of having Leoric in your game early on. But Billy is in trouble, and the kill with Rega. The little doggy wanted the kill and got it, but Zeratul falls. That's a 1-for-1 trade, so not too bad for UK. Germany is about to take the lead on the minion stacks, and this is of course where Li Ming has to be a bit careful. A lot of those minions will soak up the shots, and especially the orb. And Brad Bucket is again in trouble, and there's another kill as X-Ray jumps in again for the last bite against Leoric. So they're starting to lose ground pretty quickly here. Germany has taken a severe lead, and they will also take a talent advantage in just a second, and that's a bigger problem than anything else if it comes to that. But if they lose heroes before it happens, that's a different story, and Nick is low, but they get the kill against Blaze. Rega falls, the counter kill, Zeratul comes in and drops Li Ming, and they're looking for another kill against Malfurion. Oh my god, Sylph goes down, but so does, well, Malfurion and Imperius. Oh, Leo! Zeratul! The fuck? What the hell? Dino with like negative hit points. I mean, there wasn't a hit point bar left. What the hell is happening here? 3 kills against 8 in Germany with the Punisher at the bot lane. Those Seeker in the dark plays from Zeratul. Absolutely insane. He's all over the play. Now we have Death Knight pushing together with the Punisher, and everybody else is moving into the middle. But what a setup. Holy shit. That fight was crazy. 5 kill advantage now, but it could have easily been the other way. I didn't know that Dino is such a beast on Zeratul. Like, what the fuck? Nick also has, of course, done a huge amount of work during that fight, which pretty much gets reflected in the damage output that he has. 13,000 is pretty solid for Sylvanas, considering that Hanzo with a continuous poke that we've seen from Hazops is sitting on 15,000. But what a setup so far. This is actually getting a little bit nuts. Level 10 abilities a bit earlier would be great, but Dino is currently ripping them a new one. It's impressive, seriously. I didn't have Dino on the radar for Zeratul plays here. At least not on that level. But so far he has been a continuous thorn in their side whenever they were trying to make a play. I mean, just look at Li Ming, for example. Every single time she pops her head out, Zeratul is there, gets a couple of cleave hits in, and all of a sudden she's down to 50% HP and Malfurion has to babysit her all day long. So we'll see how that pans out. Camps taken on both sides with the quest completed on the new habits now for them. And Dino is sitting there once more. Set up potentially against Johanna. Are we going to see a stun connect? Galaxy. Yeah, there's the Iron Skin just in time. And Zeratul is not wasting any time either. Moves straight towards the top, uses the cleave for the wave clear. Level 10 abilities are in. Can they get the setup? Blessed Shield, 1, 2. Arrow follow up. And can they get the kill? Yeah. Not likely. Not likely at this point. Level 10 soon for the opponent. So it's a bit of a desperate attempt at the kill. Didn't work out. But Zeratul is there. Whoop, whoop. And the kill comes through immediately. Zeratul goes in for the first one. They drop Blaze, they drop Li Ming, and they just clean house. What on earth is happening here? Another one. They kill 4 heroes and absolutely obliterate the UK. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how the UK is getting kicked out of Europe. The European Nations Cup is soon going to be UK free if this pace continues. Brexit finally completed. I mean, honestly, if the UK doesn't find like some kind of momentum in this game and this series, then they will lose this one 3-0. It's incredible to just witness this right now. I did not expect Germany to dominate game number 2 like this. But again, we're still early in the game. It's 7.5 minutes in. Level 10 abilities have just happened. We've seen insane comebacks. Germany, as I explained earlier, executed one such comeback on this very map after being behind all game. And they don't even get the kill against Hansel. Oh, the arrow. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, and there's the first kill. Wrath is taken against Zeratul, and everybody's jumping onto Imperius now. Oh my god. And another kill. No ult from Malf. I don't even know who to focus on first because they're dying like flies here. This is just the elimination of Brightwing all over again. Fruit flies all over the map and not a single friend. What is going on here? Holy hell. Look at the Germans right now. What is happening? That momentum, it's really just going blow for blow for blow. UK just looks like a boxer that's sitting in the corner in a ring and gets pummeled into the ground the entire time and doesn't even know where the next hit is coming from. This is insane. UK won against Germany with a 2-0, and as I said before, there might not have been a lot on the line in this particular series back then, but I didn't expect Germany to just turn up the heat like this. Especially I didn't expect the Zeratul plays that we're seeing from Dino here. Mad respect for that. Controlling Tai when he plays Li Ming this heavily, that's pretty nuts. But the UK is now pushing through the middle. They realize they can't get the Punisher at the top, so they're trying to find something in the mid lane. And I like that. They need to stabilize right now. It's important for them to get to level 13 talents, and it's important for them to really try and stabilize so that they can start a comeback in this game. Oh, but that might be a problem. Good, Entomb. Great, Entomb. Yeah, that trapped Johanna nicely, and also it was a arrow, and that's a kill. The arrow, the kill, Billy in trouble, and Zeratul takes him down. Might die, does die, but this is not the end of the fight by any means. No. Looks like Blaze might bite the dust too. They're trying to go for Nick, but there's an Ancestral as Rhaegar is making sure that this is not going to happen. They go for Brad Bucket. That's another kill against Leoric. And as Galaxy is focused on now too, they might even go for another 5-man wipe. And in the meantime, the Punisher has taken down the fort at the top lane. There's the 5-man wipe right there. Punisher is pushing through the top. What a game. This is getting a little bit insane here. Yeah, in game number 1, the UK banned Zeratul against Germany, and I was a bit surprised, as you might remember, because I looked at it and was just like, well, if any team would have probably picked Zeratul, I think it would be the UK, so that Tai can show his skills, but I did not think about Dino. No, I definitely didn't, and he is just popping off. Seriously, that guy plays Zeratul. Does he have some Korean blood or something? Like, I don't even know. Like, he had a couple of heroes in this Nations Cup that he definitely played with, let's say, meh impact. But right now, they are just murdering, and he's all over the place. UK is going to have nightmares after this one. And it took them a little bit to join the lobby for game number 2 after the beating that they received in the first game. I guess they had to apply a lot of aloe vera for all of the burns that we received on Dragonshire. But now after game number 2, if this goes this way and they are not at any point able to turn it around, then I think they're going to have nightmares on this one. So they might need another referendum. Are we ever going to play Heroes of the Storm again, yes or no? 16 against 14, 19 to 5 kills. But again, comebacks are always possible here. You go for 3 kills, you win a team fight, you get 3 kills, you get 4 kills, and you're nearly back in experience. So let's see if the UK can pull that off. But it's getting tough. They lost every single fort. They are 14 kills behind. And now the push through the top. And Sylvanas, of course, is enhancing every single push that they go for. And that's exactly what they're doing topside. Leo is not even coming back just yet. I guess he's going to Hearthstone soon after the wave is being taken down. Yep, that's what we're seeing from them. But this is a little bit bonkers. And another kill. Blaze is dead, and guess who delivered the final blow? Oh, of course he did. So now they're starting to push with the keep, with the catapult. I mean, this is insane. They're going through this. They're going honestly through that top lane like hot butter through cheese. This is crazy. The UK, they need a cup of tea, maybe a little bit of fish and chips to relax here and refocus on their strengths, because right now this is not working. 15 kill lead for Germany. 15 kills! I mean, I don't know what's actually going on there. Maybe Hazops has a hot date later or something like that. He's like... I mean, I don't know what's going on in the voice comms here, but I can just imagine that Hazard sitting there is like, guys, we need to go for a quick victory. I have a date later on. We need to show the German precision and efficiency. I need to finish this soon. Oh, that was not a lot of German efficiency here. Neither was a German or Swiss precision. Death Knight didn't get this. Yeah, that blast shield did not connect, and that was definitely a bit of a problem. 16 versus 16 talents, by the way, so UK has a chance there. Okay, move towards the bottom. Hazops is still sitting tight. They have at least Sylvana's heroic back, but they need to wait another 30 seconds for Johanna. Now 2-level lead, but even talents. That's the moment right there. By the way, Hazo's using that sexy accent also when he makes sweet talk to that date that he has later on. Just in case that anybody was wondering, I definitely know this is going to be a bit of a topic, and yes, this is exactly how Germans sound when they're going to a date. Blaze gets dropped, and yeah, they're about to finish what they started. There's a camp pushing the mid lane already. Here comes another setup. Oh, look at that! Semi nearly getting the kill here. Or maybe not. Dino is running circles around them. He is running circles around the UK, and he is showing Tai in this game who's boss. And Tai, honestly, is one of the players that I respect probably more than any other in this year. He had such a fantastic 2019 in Heroes of the Storm. It is insane. But after this, if Zeratul doesn't get banned here, then we know for sure that the UK is high on something. This is Germany with a 2-0 lead in this best of 5. What an insane series by them. What a fantastic performance. 25 kills against 5. And Germany takes it. They take the victory on Infernal Shrines and take a massive, massive lead in this semi-final against the United Kingdom. GG and well played. Towers of Doom, ladies! And, well, Germany is in the lead with a 2-0. And this time it was actually Dino who joined the lobby a little bit later. And there's a very good reason for it. After his Zeratul performance on the last map, that kid definitely had to change his pants. So, yeah. He just ripped them a new one. And now UK is looking at this weird situation where they want to ban out 5 heroes against Germany, and they just can't. You want to get rid of that Rexa again, apparently, since they aren't really comfortable against it. Hazu is playing Hammer the entire time. Nick on Tracer. Zeratul is another hero you want to ban. So you are in that weird spot where you're just thinking about, okay, what do we do here? And this really shows that it's so difficult to go into these ban patterns. It's easy to say when you see a hero perform on top level, why didn't they ban that hero? Well, because behind that hero there were another 3 or 4 where the opponent could have made a similar performance happen. So now we have Hammer banned out. First, what does Germany ban? Vala. Worked twice, so they do that again. And the UK has to win 3 in a row if they want to make it to the grand final against France. This is a single elimination bracket. You lose this one, you're out. Germany has to win 1 more map. 1 more map is all that they need. So they are close. They're very, very close of reaching the grand final to go up against France, which would be a very meme heavy game, I'd say. Especially if at any point Sergeant Hammer is being picked. I couldn't resist. So Junkrat gets banned instead, so Zeratul is actually open, but that also applies, of course, to UK. Zeratul first pick, though? Is that really a thing? I kinda doubt that a little bit. Well, it has been a first pick in the past. It's just that it would be an... yeah, it's not really out of the question, but I don't really think it's gonna happen. Mal'Ganis. And let's see how they're going to play this out. What's the first pick here? Malfurion, Tracer, Zeratul, Globals. Can you imagine being in the shoes of the UK? You come into the series, you won 2-0 against Germany in the group stage, and now you are in game 3 and you haven't won a single map, and you have been destroyed. And there it is, the Zeratul first pick. Alright, Tai, it's time to shine. It's time for him to prove that he is at least as good as Dino on Zeratul, and that the Zeratul bans against him that we have seen throughout the entire year have been justified. Tracer Malfurion is up, if they want to play it. Against Zeratul, against any other hero, doesn't really matter. But they can go completely different with the setup. Abyssal is also up, by the way, just saying. Ah, and the good old washed up opening. Blazed Johanna taken. Bam! Frontline, baby. Strong frontline, very strong frontline. Good stuns, fantastic wave clear, good defense for them. Really, really powerful start into the draft now. This is going to be a good one. Ah, Abyssal. There we go. Abyssal, Zeratul. All eyes on Zeratul. This is going to be all about him. Abyssal together with Zeratul, that is that. What is a sick play that we could see? Is there a chance that we're going to see a super strong 4-man from Germany with Zarya, for example, trying to exploit the a little bit weaker early game of Abyssal and just barreling down the bot lane to exploit the fact that Abyssal doesn't have the 5th hit per bullet? We've seen it this season. We've seen it. Is it going to happen here, though? And what do you ban now? Are you still afraid of Tracer? Is that still something that's ban-worthy? More so support that you're thinking about? Sylvanas is also up, by the way. Ooh. They played, like, Lauber's fan club played Zeratul and Abyssal so much. But yeah, the UK, they want to go for it now. The Vikings ban. Yeah, Vikings against Abyssal is a thing. It's definitely a thing, and you have Hazops on the other side, so I guess it's one of the... Again, I usually call these the better safe than sorry picks. Is it likely? Maybe. Maybe not. Probably not. Could it be a threat? Yes. Rather get out of it, face something that you're a little more familiar with. And now it's time for Germany. Nick on Carrigan and X-Ray on Karazim. The dives are there. Oh boy. Yeah, Nick's Carrigan is another good example of a hero that you normally want to ban against him. Oh my god. Carrigan, Karazim, Arthas with Abyssal. Oh god, this is gonna be mad. What a mad game. They're going all out now. And there's the Sylvanas pick. Whew. Dino, what are we gonna get? We need more range damage. We need some range damage here at least. Mage, Jaina. If you go mages, Jaina would be the top pick now. Ah, well, and of course Liming. Jaina and Liming, both really strong for the follow-ups on any kind of stun. And they go Genji. Oh god, the aggression in this game, guys. What the fuck? Towers of Doom. This is going to be fireworks. Let's head straight in. Game number 3 and potentially even the last one in this best of 5 here at the semi-final of the Nations Cup. United Kingdom against Germany. Game number 3. Potentially the last map. Towers of Doom. And we have insane drafts on both sides. Aggression, 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 aggression is the name of the game. Galaxy on Sylvanas for the UK. Billy on Malfurion. Brett Bucket on Abyssal. And Tai on Zeratul, the focus. And Mac the Kid on Arthas actually going into a trade build with the Abyssal support that he's going to receive. Whereas Germany starts with X-Ray on Karazim, Death Knight on Johanna, Nick on Carrigan, Dainu on Genji, and in addition to that, we have Hazuops on Blaze. Ooh, this is going to be more than a little bit crazy. Of course, Shadow Hunter on level 1, and here's the Internal Hunger, as I just talked about it, going full on for the trade build right here. Okay, I am definitely ready for this one. On the one hand, I really want to see what Germany can do with the setup. On the other hand, I would not mind seeing a few more maps, because so far this series has been pretty fun. At least if you are rooting for the German team, I suppose. If you're looking for the UK team, then it's been a bit different, but more maps would always be awesome. From a viewer's perspective, the more maps I get, the better, right? They're rotating with that 4-man setup now. And Death Knight has, of course, the wave clear that they need here. And Zeratul, we have to keep our eyes on him. It's gonna be tricky for him to kill anybody here, to be honest with you. I mean, who are the targets? Especially after 13, the Chrysalis and Nick is gonna help him to dodge a lot of the damage. Death Knight is in a similar situation with his Iron Skin. There's X-Ray, of course, to consider, but the 7-sided after level 10 is also gonna keep him a little bit safer. So a lot of that aggressive dive potential that we'll see from UK can be counteracted. And Genji is usually protected. Oh, talking about Genji, yeah, well, he's already jumping in, and he's not the only one. That's a very heavy, aggressive play, though. Abathar is not there. There's the stun set up. Nick is low. Carrigan, and there's the kill. And there's the double kill. Okay, the UK is saying, guys, screw this. We're done. We're done with this bullshit. You had your fun. You took the 2 maps. It's over right now. This is it. You're not the only ones who can play Zeratul. We can play that hero too, and now we're going to just show you how this is done. So the UK, instead of despairing, they are getting mad, and that's exactly the reaction that I want to see from them here. Nicely done. So with this, they have the 2-0 lead, they have a level advantage over the opponent, and they're starting to crush the bot lane. Big, big lead for the blue team already. That's the opening that I wanted. Germany wanted to be aggressive, they tried it, and it could have worked, absolutely. But in this case, they got a beating. And now, they have to come out somehow back into this. So, well, let's see. At this point, 2 kills against 0, level 4 on both sides. Experience, the gap, again, is not really too big. There was a lead earlier, but that has already been mitigated. And now it's more or less the question of what else can you do with this. Yeah, Abathar is, of course, offsetting every one-on-one that could possibly happen here. And talking Abathar, ooh, actually, look at that. Deathlord by now also for Arthur, so going more into a Death Coil build apparently. I'm really curious to see how he is going to ship that out. What else we're going to get from him? Counter damage here. Triple ult on the map, so normally the fight for the 3rd one. And in this case, I assume that with Abathar, usually it should honestly be Germany to take this one. But we'll see. Let's not get ahead of ourselves too much here. Pressure against the top left, but there's a exchange in altars, and now there's a 3 versus 1 at the bottom of the map. A nice Howling Blast from Mac the Kid. Abathar is helping out as much as he can, but the damage against Arthas is there. Of course, the Death Coil is coming through. Abathar helps out, but that's the end of Arthas. Arthas gets taken, but I like what the UK is doing here. They realize that Arthas will fall, so instead they go in straight into the mid lane and get a bit of extra damage in against the structures. Shots are fired, 32 against 36, and we still have more or less even experience between the 2 teams here. But yeah, towards the top lane, there's already Ty sitting together with Brackpart taking position 2. It will be a spicy one, it will be a great game. 7 stacks already for Arthas. Once that he has a 10, he's going to get his mana management, but of course this is an infinitely stackable talent. And also on level 7, still the Icebound Fortitude, so whenever that burst damage comes, if he gets focused with a combo from Carrigan, as a great tool for him to mitigate a lot of the damage and survive through all of this. At the same time, we have the Augmented Guard now for Genji, and again, the setup around the camp down here. Level 7 talents now on both sides. Abathar has to, by the way, be careful also. He can't really be too far out here, because there's a lot of heroes that could jump on him and try and get the kill there. Once the level 10 abilities are really such a game changer now. Especially when Karazim also has a 7-sided strike. If they get an isolated stun combo from Carrigan and then a 7-sided strike on top of it, that might nearly drop any hero in seconds. But we are not on heroics just yet. X-Ray jumps in, gets some damage on the Galaxy. Nicely done. Double quest completion for the blue team. And a big push on the bottom of the map. 10 is still far away. But there's a double altar now, and that might be an even exchange, which would work for Germany since they're a little bit ahead. Zeratul again with a bit of damage. Did, by the way, not go into the Singularity Spike talent. No Seeker in the dark, but instead we're seeing him now with Wormhole. It's still a talent that Ty takes here occasionally, with a completion also on his Shadow Hunter. Already, Galaxy in a spot where he could start channeling at the bot lane. They're fighting for the middle. X-Ray has the channel ready, and it's going to be an even exchange. Or is it? Well, Zeratul jumps out. X-Ray has started the channel again, and gets it as Arthas is stunned out. Nicely done. They're going for Arthas. They might just get the kill here, and the bottom altar is still there. Billy, on the other hand, he's gone. Bottom altar is there, Billy is gone, and now the stun set up against Arthas, and Germany gets another double kill. Germany with 2 kills. Abathur's trying to soak experience at the top with his body and delay the fight at the bottom for as long as he possibly can, but that's obviously at the end of that attempt, so they will rotate topside very soon to make sure that they don't lose too much experience there. Blaze is already underway. Death Knight is moving into the middle, but that's now 24 against 36 points on the core, and Germany is looking at a very solid lead on that. Level 10 is a big change, though, in pace, because this is when Abathur finally gets the copy, and that's the big one. X-Strike, Blessed Shield, 7-sided strike. Kerrigan should go for the Ultralisk, and does. And Bunker for Blaze is going to be picked up any second now as well. Alright. Ready to rock and roll with this one, because now we're actually having the entire setup completed for both of the teams, and especially the Abathur team is now to prove that they can make that fly. But again, the stun setup, 1 stun, 2 stun, they're going for Mac the Kid, and he's in trouble. He is in big trouble. Pops the army and is able to survive. Trades a cooldown for 3. Good trade for him. Blaze in slight trouble in the mid lane. Hazorbs has taken a lot of damage. But is able to soak the experience, which was the most important part. But no kill for Germany. No kill for them, as they were trying to go for this one. But they couldn't quite make it happen against Arthas, and that was a really good move. Icebound Fortitude plus the army prevented him from falling. And that was big, real big. Now the quest completed for Blaze, so he is going to have the Unstoppable. 9,000 damage on Genji, 12,000 already for Abathur. Also for Sylvanas. Everybody has quite a bit here. There's a slide out. X-Ray also has to be cautious. A lot of mobility for the Germans. A lot of mobility for them, for sure. Dino jumps away as well. Hazorbs is still sitting tight at the top. And is playing this cool. Cool, calm, and collected. Both of the teams have to now rotate topside, though, if they want to go for those 2 altars. And the first one is already getting channeled by the Slug. Abathur saying, boys, I can do something too, but the fight is happening over here. And there's the 7-sided, and the combo, and this time Arthas doesn't stand a chance. Arthas is down, and that should be an easy channel towards the top for the red team. Especially since they're now rotating more heroes into, they know that Zeratul is going to be sitting there somewhere. And you need to be careful, bro. He might have just, yeah, he overreached for sure. That's a kill right there. X-Strike wasn't even needed. Down here, there's another kill. Big dive, actually. The problem is that they're losing 2 heroes because of it. Oh my god. They might be able to grab this one, but that's another 4 shots fired. And the kill count is pretty high. 7 against 4. But that bell tower is nearly taken, so that's at least some momentum that they got. They dove deep for Kerrigan, but Nick traded well against them. But Zeratul, again, they are following him whenever they can, so he needs to be super careful, because he has a lot of mobility, that's definitely true, but they do as well. So they can follow him on all of those moves. And he committed Sudoku there a little bit. Went for an easy Sudoku move as he was trying to delay the altar a little bit longer, and now the bot lane is starting to fall as well. But again, that bell tower is low. And that's kind of important. I mean, those 2 deaths, obviously, on the side of the UK were a little bit of a bummer for them. But at the same time, the bell tower is so low now that it's up for grabs at pretty much any point. And that is a huge advantage on a macro level over your opponent. And on Towers of Doom, I mean, this is the macro map. This is the comeback map. There's so many teams, so many setups where in the past we've actually seen a team dominate at the beginning and then they lose control over the bell towers towards the end and lose the game because of it. With 15 stacks, it looks like Mac actually wants to go for even more of a trade value here, with Frost Strikes now taken on 13. So cooldown reduction is in. Okay, Zeratul again, going in deep, but this time able to move out. No kill against Arthur, as Germany was trying to force the issue. And this is single altar. Single altar on the map now. And, well, let's see who's taking it. Are they going to go into the choke point for the fight over the pumpkin camp? Doesn't seem like they will. This time they're setting the fight up around the objective, rather than trying to go into the choke point against Arthas, and especially, of course, that Wailing Arrow and the silence from Malfurion. And the setup again, and Arthas is dead, and he's not the only one. They're going to burn the copy down, or they do in seconds, and now they can try and go even for a follow-up. Oh my god, the damage output, and Zeratul is again on the run. Karazim jumps in, and there's Genji, and that's a kill. Thai is down, and Germany is just going for a beautiful performance here today. I'm honestly impressed. I did not expect them to perform at this level. They're letting the altar go for now because they realize that they can easily go for the bell tower at the bottom of the map and even take 5 points off their opponent core. This is going to drop the UK down to 15 points, which means Germany has double the amount of core HP in this game. Sylvanas then again is trying to get the pressure towards the top side executed. And that is going to happen. But the shots are fired. And we have a few heroes rotating to meet Sylvanas up here. But she has done a lot of damage. Gets Malfurion. I mean, they're gonna go for Malfurion if they can too. They don't have to go for Galaxy. If they just get the kill against Malf, that's another notch in the belt. And they go for Galaxy and Kerrigan. No, not this time. No Kerrigan follow-up this time. But the bell tower has been converted. Bell tower is lost. They get the kills, they get the lead in experience, they have a level 16, and that will grant them access to a boss. And an easy one. Thai should not really try and get this. He's trying to proxy away. That at least is great. That's good for him. But he's too far out. They're gonna reclaim this one. Thai is like, dude, you are totally lost here. He has no chance, does he? Nobody jumping over? Alright, fair enough. I actually thought that Genji would try and follow him. And X-Ray jumps over as well. But as this doesn't happen, Thai is able to escape. Bottom bell tower got reconverted. Top right gets reconverted too. UK steals the camp away, and that will likely net them the one at the bottom of the map. And it's 16 versus 16. So UK will in just a few seconds have an advantage in bell towers. And this is really where the momentum can come from. Yes, there's a 7-kill advantage, but now with a triple altar phase and Germany only holding 3 bell towers, if the UK takes 2 to 3, that would be big for them. Would be really big. So Germany is actually thinking about burning this one down apparently, but they don't have enough time. They need to wait for this one to be converted. Mid lane gets attacked. Yeah, this is where they're trying to get their momentum. Blessed Shield, by the way, is up and could be used here. Jet Propulsion doesn't connect. The Blessed Shield does. There's a 7-sided strike. Big damage and good ult for Malfurion, but it's not good enough. Or is it? They're trying to go for more. Arthas is down. There's the bunker, and Bragg Bucket is about to die with a copy. And they're trying to get the follow-up kill now against Billy. Oh, can they though? Not quite. Oh, Zeratul. Yeah, they get the kill against Blaze. Zeratul gets out. Okay, great play by Thai. Great play by him. But Genji is there now too, and he's not the only one. Uh-oh, Genji. Yeah, but they can't get the kill. But the altars are still up. Nobody went for the altars just yet. Top right, that's where Kerrigan at least claims one. That's 3 shots fired. Again, they don't have the bell towers right now, but 3 shots at this point hurt anyways. The fight is still ongoing, and now we have a 5 versus 4 in favor of UK. But Germany just rushes away from this one. Germany is able to move away. They still have a fountain in the middle that they can tap. Blaze isn't there yet. But what a setup again. And 2 altars would mean 10 points off Germany's core. 8 points are left. That's all that they have right now. And there it is, firing away. 8 against 27. And another 5 are fired, and they claim the bell tower. 8 against 22. But again, as I said, Germany is losing the map. Amazing Chrysalis. Geilest timing. Nick really well playing this particular move out. But now with Sylvanas, the momentum is there. 6 bell towers against 2. This is exactly what I highlighted the entire time. And the UK, they have a realistic chance. Look at the experience. It's not a big lead. You might be 7 kills ahead, but if you don't have the experience advantage, it doesn't mean anything. Now there's a copy on Arthas, double Arthas at the bottom of the map. They're trying to get the setup. But with the new habits, they grab it. There's a rotation towards the middle so that they can regain this. Germany is trying to regain control over the bell towers, and they really have to start to put this through, because if they don't, then they're going to be in an absolute world of pain. They burn the copy down on Arthas. They're starting to also deal with the bottom of the map, since the pumpkins are becoming a threat against the core. And Zeratul is still sitting in the middle. Moving back down, and they reclaim the bell tower. Alright, 1 bell tower retaken. The one in the middle is soon going to be claimed too. So Germany's actually coming back to this. Sammy's low. Sammy's really low. Blessed Shield. Oh, and the X-Strike as they're focusing on Arthur shortly after Zeratul survives. And that's a kill. 12 kills against 4. They go for Zeratul and Billy. Well, actually for Malfurion. Billy dies. Zeratul is still alive, but not for long. TIE dies as well. Galaxy is on the run, and the bell tower in the middle is about to get reconverted by the minion wave. Or is it? That mule is working overtime. Nice kill at the bot lane against Sylvanas, though, and that is just going to continue the momentum. Level 20 is now in the hands of Germany. We have a single altar on the map. Ladies, this could, in theory, could that be it? If they grab this one, it's going to be a 4 versus 4. They get this one probably now 2, so that's 6 points. They go straight in for the pumpkin camp, so that's more pressure through the bottom of the map, so the UK has to stop it. And this is 5 against 3 points now. The channel is in. That's 3 points on the core. If they can escort the minions to the bottom of the map, the pumpkins, then that's game. There's the escort attempt already. What about the boss? 23 seconds. Oh my god. Pumpkins are on their way. Guys, this could be it. Arthas has to stop them. Arthas has to stop them. And they're trying to go straight in for the kill. Blessed Shield, everything is on them. Everything. 7-sided. And Mac is about to die, but he barely makes the save happen. Red Bucket with a copy, double Arthurs, and they take the pumpkins down. They make it happen. No kill just yet. The setup against Malfurion, and the old geezer goes down again. Malfurion down. And that's a 5 versus 4 on the map now with level 20 talents in the hands of Germany. The bunker is on the ground. They're looking for the second kill. They're trying to find it against Galaxy, but they don't quite. Arthur's on the other hand. He's low and he dies. Another setup against Sylvanas, and she gets dropped too. At least a kill through Sammy, but he gets attacked now once more. Hazorbs with a fantastic move on a potential stun against Zera, but he doesn't quite get it. 20 now for both of them. 20 for both teams. 3 points against 22. And Sammy isn't done yet. He wants to get the kill. 7-sided strike. And I'm not so sure if Zeratul really needed to go for this one. But he gets the kill. He gets the kill. Does he get a double? No. Well, might not be over yet. Death Knight comes from the side. He has the Blessed Shield. No, he misses it. He misses the Blessed Shield. Oh, Type! What the hell? The kill against Blaze! Oh my fucking god! He is completely demolishing them! The Germans turn into sauerkrauts as he is just obliterating half the team with the help of Abathur. Yeah, well, that's 2 altars that they're gonna get with this one. Yeah, they're gonna get both. They're gonna get both. Well, they should get both of the altars. That was a bit late, and yeah, Genji didn't get that. 6 shots fired, 19, 16 against 3. And Zeratul wants to get kill after kill after kill now. I mean, the entire setup for him is just like, okay, try and get a few kills with every single move that they make, and then therefore end up eventually in a situation where you can just stagger them and keep the opponent low. Belltower at the top lane gets attacked now too. But damn. Yeah, boss gets removed from the map. Okay, that's a smart move, of course, because then Germany can't take it and win the game this way. And it also drops the core of the opponent down to 12. So it's getting closer. It is getting a lot closer. This camp should be taken by Germany pretty easy peasy. Genji is still sniffing all of this out in the middle of the map. And Germany lets this one go. They're just saying like, nah, maybe not today. 48,000 damage from Karrigan. 57,000 from Sylvanas. And there we go again. Or do we? This is awesome. God, I like this one. Yeah, they look for Zeratul. Guys, if he dies, it's over. If at any point Tai dies, it's just lights out. And we all know it's true. Uh-oh. Death Knight? Oh, yeah. That could have been problematic. Double altar topside. UK can't lose a single one. They have to grab both. They have to grab both of them. Dainu, and Swift strikes out. Back to safety. Back to safety just in time. But yeah, they have to fight for both of them, and this is where Germany is going to be looking for a kill. Alright, X-Ray playing it safe, using the mobility here, jumping away, and it's time to go straight towards the top. It's all about the 2 bell towers here. Left side gets channeled by Abathur. He's on the channel. Over here, the attack already happened. A little bit of a zone out. Hazorbs, they need to interrupt him. They will interrupt him. And the kill against Genji. The kill against Genji. 5 versus 4. The UK is not done with this series yet. Oh, Sylvanas! Oh, and Galaxy goes down, but the fight is not over by any means. Another combo attempt. This time Billy's in trouble, but what a howling blast again from Arthurs. The combo, the chrysalis. Tai is low. Tai is alive, and Kerrigan dies. Tai is alive, and Kerrigan drops, and that's potentially another kill against Death Knight. Abathar channels the top left, and they're going to try and get the channel over here on the second altar. 8 points on the core, and this is going to be Germany dropping down to 4 points. It is insanely close. Oh! And Tai gets another kill. What the hell? Oh, it's the Zeratul series. Seriously, just completely screwing them up now. Abathar plus Zeratul is such a spicy combo, and they show once again why that is. It was one single hit away from ending in Germany's favor. If Zeratul would have fallen instead of Kerrigan, that would have been lights out. But it didn't turn out that way. It didn't turn out that way. Zeratul survived, Kerrigan died, and Germany lost control of the game. 19 kills against 10. Germany has a massive, massive lead in kills, but it doesn't help them. It doesn't help them at all. They're losing control of the match. 3 points against 4 on the core. And Germany, with all the momentum that they had previously, is falling behind, and they fall behind fast. Losing this bell tower at the bottom of the map would mean that they don't even have a chance with the next altar to end the game. They need to reclaim the middle for that to happen. They need to have at least the control over 2 of the bell towers. Now they do. What a game. What an insane game. UK, they know that they have to win 3 in a row now. They need to start here, and it looks good. They got so demolished in the early stages, but now it's a different story. Zeratul coming in, everybody moving in. They go for the bell tower. Bell tower gets reclaimed. Fight is about to start. Hazorps gets attacked here. Stun combo, and Galaxy's down. The kill against Semanas. Malfurion is dead. This might just be it. Germany goes for Tai. They go for the kills of 5 versus 3. Everybody dead and dying. The copy on Abathar expires, gets taken down. They tap at the fountain. They wait for the fountain, and with the pre-tap, this should be game. This should be it. Only 3 heroes remain, and Arthurs gets locked into the stun. And unless Tai pops off even more than he already did, then this game is over. They go for Zeratul. Zeratul left, right, left, but this is the end. This is the end of Zeratul. This is the end of the game. Germany with the channel, and they actually pull it off a 3-0 victory against the United Kingdom. They advance to the grand final to face off against France. What a series, what a game, what an insane play. Hey guys, thanks for watching today's video, and I hope that you enjoyed the match and the commentary. The remaining time of the video has been added to protect against spoilers caused by the length of the video itself. But please keep in mind, though, that this does not only mean more work for me, but also has a negative impact on the popularity of the videos and the channel because of YouTube's algorithms. It would be greatly appreciated if you'd consider supporting the channel and help me to continue the daily esports coverage by clicking the join button below the video or supporting me through the Patreon page linked in the video description. Thanks a lot for the support, and see you guys next time.